In this week's episode, we talk about how to get a marketing budget, how to juggle family, and stick around because I give you some free stuff. Hi, and welcome to episode 12 of Business Greenhouse TV. Slight different venue today. We're on the second day of one of our live trainings where we've got 64 clients from right across Australia in this room for 2 whole days where we roll up our sleeves or we get in and we practically do the strategies to build their businesses. And I absolutely love bringing them together. The community feel, the community vibe of everyone is it's such a pleasure to be part of. I want to make a request of you this week. I need shares. I need you to share the show. I'm giving you practical, good knowledge. In return, I need shares. I need you, if you get this via email, share it, send it on to a few people. If you're on Facebook, hit the share button, add your 2 cents worth, and put it out for me. I need shares. Let's get straight into today's show. Michelle, what is our first question?
We've got a private message. Business has dropped significantly in the last little while and I can't afford to do marketing to build my business back up. What can I do?
Great question. So private message, I get that, a little bit sensitive. So business was good, it's not so good, don't really have a marketing budget, what can I do? I'm going to be fairly brutal in my answer for this. You can't afford not to. Like you have to do the marketing to grow the business, to get the customers, to get the cash flow. So it was good, it's not so good, you don't have you've got to find it. And I don't know what that looks like for you, but you've got to find the money. You've got to get back into the business of buying customers again. And where is that money? See, most people have it. It might be in their collections. So I'd be looking at my collections list and going, who owes me money? I'm going to get that in. I'm going to spend that on my marketing. You know, you might have to be creative if the money is not in your bank account. I went to this family the other day that came up with exactly the same thing. I was doing a coaching session. I walked into their garage as an exercise. And I said, you don't have anything? Let's go in your garage and have a look. I walked in there, brand new bikes, brand new this, brand new gurney. I said, eBay is your new best friend. Sell stuff. Get stuff out of your life. Turn it into cash. Go buy customers. That'll give you a better business. You can go back and buy the stuff you don't use down the line. Just find the ability to sell stuff. Everybody's got it. You know, the people that say they don't have anything, they've got the MacBook, the iPad, and the iPhone 6 Plus. They have stuff. Stop buying stuff and start buying customers. I said it was going to be fairly brutal. I was kind of true. I don't think there's an excuse. You have to find a way. You've got to be creative. You've got to find, what have you got around you that you can sell? You don't need the latest phone. You don't need you've got an iPad. You race out to buy an iPad Air because it's cool. You don't need it. You need customers more than you need gadgets. So I'd be just finding stuff in your life that you don't need, eBay it, Gumtree it, sell it. Use that money to go buy customers. Solid question. Michelle, what is question number 2?
Leonie Mulquin asks, we are building a startup, but we need to cover bills and the mortgage, and family dictates how much time we can spend on it. How do you balance stepping out in faith with financial wisdom?
So Leonie Mulquin, let me give you a shout out. She's working on a fantastic startup in the share community space. I won't say much because it's early stage, but super exciting to watch that unfold. So how do you juggle the startup with all the family commitments and doing a mortgage and the financial wisdom of that? Listen, I'm going to say it's tough. This would be the area that would be the toughest of all, okay? So one of the traps, right, is that there's this whole world of hustle. Everyone's got to hustle, and hustle means apparently that you sleep 3 hours a night and you just go back to back and work all day. Yeah, it doesn't work. It's actually flawed because you can't sustain it and other people have to suffer in the process. If you're working 15 hours a day and you're doing that all day, every day consistently because you want to hustle and it's good for Instagram, other people are going to suffer and family. So I get that. My version of hustle is when you're at work, you absolutely go like mad. Not 1 3-minute block is not doing a task to move you forward. So when you're actually doing the work, you hustle, get in, smash in the workout, not letting anything distract you. But then when you're with your family, you're hustling with them, bang, bang, spending time, quality time, engaging with them. And then when you're, private time with your spouse, you hustle. So you're in 100% doing the activity that you find yourself doing. That's a better way to do hustle than just work 15 to 20 hours a day, every day consistently, because people will suffer. The other side of the equation, though, is that it requires tons of work up front to get a startup, to get a business off the ground. So it might be for a short period of time that you have to go, 9 to 5, you're with the family, and then in the evening, 7 till midnight, you'll do that for a short period of time. It's not sustainable, but you say to your partner, listen, for the next 1 month, I'm going to carve out 3 hours in the evening where I'm not going to be present with the family or put the kids to bed or whatever it is, and I am just going to hustle like mad to get the job done. So you've got to find a way to do it, because as long as you're trying to juggle, you'll do both badly. The business won't be built and the family won't get your time. You've got to find a way to segment the day where you're full on intense with the kids, full on intense with the partner, full on intense with the business and getting stuff done. Okay, it's the only way to juggle it. But there is a period of time right up front where other people must go without you to a degree so that you can then build the business to get your time back so you can spend lots of time with them. So it's a big juggling act. I think the best way to do that, though, is with communication. Go to the people that matter and say, listen, this is what I need to get done. Can you please give me a leave pass for the next month where I'm going to be doing this activity to get this result to build a business? And get them to say yes so that they're supporting you on the journey. What you don't want is you don't want to be hustling and they're pulling in the opposite direction, trying to get you to spend more time. You've got to get the agreement from everybody, the kids and the family, that they all agree that that's a good idea for you to do. Then you can go and do it, and you can go and do it with clarity, and you'll go and do it really, really well. So it's a massive juggle, but you need to have a period of time where you get the commitment and you go and do it, and you hustle so much doing that you achieve the massive results to get those outcomes. And that's the only way I've been able to do it, is to get the buy-in and go really hard. And then after a period of time, back that off, go and spend more time, juggle the family, and then go back and do it again down the line for another project, then go back to the family. And it's a big seesaw. If you don't do it that way, everyone's going to suffer at some point. It'll be you that suffers and your family that suffers if you don't have a sustainable approach. But it all comes down to hustle. Don't let 3 minutes pass without doing activity to move you forward in that hustle time. Very solid question. And super pumped. Can't wait to see your business and go out to the market. Word of the week. So this week, I want to take you to Proverbs, okay? Just a short little one in Proverbs. So it's Proverbs 21:5. Proverbs 21:5. And it says this: the plans of the diligent lead to profit. Good word for us business folk. As surely as haste leads to poverty. The plans of the diligent lead to profit, as surely as haste leads to poverty. Very few people that I talk to actually have a documented plan for business growth. So if they might have the 47-page one that they use to get finance, and it sits in the bottom drawer that, it's kind of irrelevant. And that's a good thing to have. But I'm talking about even documenting the next 90 days, the next 7 days. Do you actually plan the growth of your business? Do you actually set milestones? A lot of Christians struggle with this because they think, the Lord should be, doing all of that. Well, that's excellent. And He will bless all of what you're doing, and He'll get involved and He'll change the direction. But He needs you to have a plan. Plans lead to profit. So if you want more profit, you get a better plan. So literally, I think you've got to do this process. It's great to have the end game, the 5 to 10 to 15 year goals documented, where you want to be and what you want to achieve. That is an excellent thing to do. That's like take a day off and start to dream about what your life's going to look like. That's a really good idea. You can even go further out. You can even go past your lifetime if you want it. What's the contribution when you're gone, and how is society better? They're excellent to have. I find, though, that 2 years and 1 year out from today is really it's where the magic happens, because it's near enough that you can see it, and it's not too far that it's overwhelming. So 1 to 2 years out from today, what does your business need to look like? Where will it be geographically located? How many staff members will you have? How many more customers will you put on? How many more marketing strategies would you put in there? Are you going to employ a sales team in 2 years but not quite in 1? Actually planning through those steps. And so what that'll allow you to do is get a picture of 2 years, a picture of 1 year, and then the real power is 90 days, 13 weeks, 12 weeks to execute, 1 week to review. And you repeat 90-day plans 4 times a year. And your 90-day plan lines up with your 1 and 2 year goals. So you're breaking them down into small manageable chunks, 12 weeks, 1 review week, write another plan. That's how I run my organization. That's how my clients run their organizations. That's how I know I can get the best out of them. And obviously the plans change from time to time. Things come up, things change. Sometimes the world falls apart, we need to rewrite the plan, but we have a documented plan so that every single week we're looking at what are we working on this week to grow the business? What are we implementing this week? What are we rolling up our sleeves to implement and execute this week to grow the business? Because you never want to let a week go by, you never want to let 90 days go by, and you certainly don't want to get a year go by without strategically planning out your business. So I'm going to make you an offer. I've got already documented, the 1 year, the 2 year, and the 90-day plan sheets with the goals, so 10 goals, and the action steps that you need to do beneath the goal. Goal 1, 5 action steps. Goal 2, 5 action steps. I've already got it. There's no point in you creating it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you some free stuff. So if you email me directly, I'm going to just send you those sheets back, and you can start to implement your 1-2 year goals and your 90-day goals, and you can put them up, make them public, and stick to that. So you email me, and this is my personal email, so make sure that you do this quickly because I can see that I may get inundated. Wes, W-E-Z, @weshone.com. You send that to me, I will send them back to you, and you've got a head start already. I love giving away free stuff. So that's episode 12. I need shares. Share the show for me. Press the share button, add your 2 cents about what you like about it, and forward it out. I need more people to be watching the show. I thrive on more people, more comments, so please do me a favor and share. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.